Teaching poetry should be a lot of fun, but in the case of language teachers and second language learning, it can be a bit challenging and frustrating to achieve the best potentials of our learners in exploring the vast world of poetic imagination. As English teachers, one of the challenges we face is the low level of interest of our learners that lead to low comprehension. Imagine if there is a way for us to incorporate play with learning, would it be possible to boost their interest better? Sounds great, right? I have been working on a pre-reading activity in my poetry class, which I call the Image Riddles game. By working with imagery and play all together, anyone can make any poetry class a fun avenue for exploring and learning. Here's what you'll need. There are two vital elements of the game, the poem and the riddles. To prepare for your first image riddle game, you'll need a copy of the poem you'll be working on and the list of word choices from the poem itself. The core of the game is to create riddles from the listed words, with the use of the 5 human senses to describe each word in riddle form. Example, the word tree can be described as tall, short, fragile, or sturdy. You can then become more creative by transforming these words into a riddle. For example, I may be tall or short, big or small. I am fragile above, but sturdy below. What could I be? You may also end the riddle with, who am I? After all the words in the list are transformed into their own image riddles, you are now ready to present it in your class as a pre-reading activity. Here's how you'll do it. Your first step is to group the class. Depending on the size of your class, you may start with 3 groups or more. For starters, the class you present the objectives of the game will be your best buddy. The goal of the game is for each group to raise in unlocking the riddles by scanning into the words from the poem that which answers the riddle. With the groups and the game's goals already established, you may now begin the game with your first riddle item. You may read it aloud in class or supplement it with a PowerPoint presentation flashed on your screen. As the class races to look for the word in the poem, put in more pressure with the timer in hand. Get the students worked up by racing to scan the poem with a mystery word and identify it to the class verbally in unison. By shouting the word gotcha, the group will be heard out with their answer to the riddle saying the line, you are a blank. In the example, the response will be, you are a tree. If the answer is wrong, you may say, no I'm not, or steal, so the other groups may have their chance. If they got the answer right, you have to reply, yes I am. You may also flash a picture of a tree on your screen to supplement the riddle. The challenge goes on until all the chosen word concepts are identified. If in any case that all groups have exhausted their chances for the round, you may opt to reveal the correct answer right away for time management, or go for round 2. After all the items are identified, present to the class a list of words they have worked on. Remind them to remember what the words look, sound, smell, taste, and feel like as they encounter these words while reading the poem. It will help them imagine a more vivid picture of the message of the poem. For online synchronous instruction, you may present the riddles as part of your PowerPoint presentation, as long as every learner has a copy of the poem on hand. For the answering part, you may ask the students to click the raise hand button or whatever is applicable on the online conferencing application you are using. For in-person class instruction, individualizing the activity may be done the same way the group activity is, only that each learner will only have one chance in every round to guess. As there will be more participants, you may want to add time constraint by setting a 30-second timer per round for time management. As educational noise can turn into bad noise for some classes, it may require you to address classroom management by tweaking the rules of the game. You may provide a small whiteboard and marker for each group where they can write their answers. The first group to raise their whiteboard with the correct answer wins the round. Image Riddles is a great innovative strategy for language teachers as a pre-reading activity, as it provides learners the avenues to explore poetry with high level of interest by integrating play and the use of imagery as a literary device. Image riddles can be compared to a field trip to an amusement park, a museum, or a tourist spot where an advertisement or brochure about the site shows our learners a sneak peek of what fun and excitement awaits them. So join your learners now in a joyride to discover, see, and experience poetry study as a wonderful and colorful attraction by playing detectives and image riddles. Good luck and have fun! Image Riddles, activating the five senses for poetry appreciation. A pre-reading activity presented to you by